I'm Katie Couric. Welcome to Eye to Eye. Recent toy recalls have forced retailers to play catch up ahead of the busy holiday season. Nancy Cordes spoke to the head of one high-end retailer about what his company is doing to make sure the toys it sells this year are safe.
This area is, we call it our classic toys or nostalgic toys area. We've got a lot of either kind of low-tech toys that maybe you and I might have played with in our early days, ranging from Etch-a-Sketch, remember that classic, some puzzles, to these great robots, which are reminiscent of kind of early made-in-Japan robots from the 60s with a key wind. The nostalgic aspect of this, we do a huge business in it. I think it's the baby boomers wanting to buy the same toys for their kids that they played with when they were younger.
One of the things I noticed is that even here in the classic toys section, every toy you pick up is made in China, even this baseball game.
Yeah. The vast majority of toys today are made in China. They have the infrastructure, they actually have the structure in place, both from a manufacturing perspective as well as getting it to market better than any other country on the planet right now. It's very hard to make toys in the U.S. It's not just a question of pricing, it's more a question of access to raw materials and the manufacturing and machinery to make it happen.
When you sell thousands of different kinds of toys, how can you make sure that this drum or that baseball game doesn't have lead?
Yeah, well, fundamentally you can. You have to trust that your vendors that you're going with are doing their job and testing their products. We're starting next year to comprehensively make sure vendors test everything according to our criteria, not theirs. And we're going to set a standard that's higher than the U.S. minimum safety standards. But again, those are new products, not ones that are already coming into the marketplace. The lead is less of an issue than the design issue. So the lead sounds bad, but we had some meetings with a pediatrician recently, and she said it's very difficult for a child, whether handling toys, even biting it. They have to bite off a piece of lead and ingest it. The much more troublesome issue is the bad design, the issue with magnets and things like that, where there actually have been fatalities. That is something particularly troubling to me as a father and as a toy retailer. Our design philosophy here is one of simplicity. We don't like bells and whistles because it's more things to break, and a broken toy becomes very different than what it was initially designed for. As well, it tends to add to manufacturing expense and might give an unscrupulous manufacturer the inclination to maybe cut some corners to save costs.
How's the toy industry doing?
Well, I think they're very nervous right now, obviously for understandable reasons. You've got not just economic uncertainty, but also the whole question about the recall. We're seeing a lot of people asking questions. We have not seen any sort of wholesale defection away from toys made in China. We've had a number of customers come in who said, I got rid of all my kids' toys and I want to buy toys not made from China. But that's the very small majority. Most people are asking questions, but still going ahead with their purchases.
Is it financially feasible for a parent to get rid of all their Chinese toys and only buy toys that are made in the U.S. or Germany or somewhere else?
Sure, but I don't think that's possible. I mean, I think there's the vast majority of Chinese manufacturers are making good quality, safe toys. So people ask me, are all toys made in China unsafe? I say no. They say, are all toys made in the U.S. safe? I say, you know what, also no. I don't think you can make that claim either way.
Are you worried about the holiday season financially?
Again, we've had pretty good results, and I think if there's additional problems, there might be a flight to quality, and our focus on quality toys, that might actually help us. But we're part of the toy industry, so if the toy industry suffers, we're going to suffer. Any additional recalls, I think, really could be devastating to the toy business.
Are you expecting that toy sales will drop off this holiday?
No, I don't think so. I think there might be a change in what people buy for their children. You might go to more apparel. You're hearing some people say they're going to buy books or apparel, and we do have both of those, books downstairs and apparel throughout the store. But again, our focus on quality, we're not seeing any change in our business mix. I'm quite surprised by that and pleased. And I think our product mix is such that the products that we do have are ones that customers want to buy and that the customers trust.